Good morning, America. It is the 11th of May 2026 and the markets will open in approximately 3 minutes. I hope you're well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I should be coming through live on all of it. I just want to check Divergent. Boom. It's working. So I will be trading the Espresso in the US. I had increased my trading size, but I have suffered a loss today. My account has gone from 129,000 to 105,000 in the morning trading. And as a result, I have reversed to my old trading size. The current high is 576. Got a slight gap down here. Just want to check something in the Nasdaq. Also slightly gap down. Two minutes to go. So these are the proximate espresso levels, although that looks like it's going to change. Give or take. Let me just get rid of this. Current high is 84. Current low is 60. Minus 40 gives you 20. Plus 40 will give you about 22, give or take. So new high 87. And with 15 seconds to go, let me just show you the orders. Hopefully I don't have to adjust these orders. 13 plus 15, well, actually. Oh well, I am long the Dow now. On the Espresso, 49, 617. 49, 467 for now. I'm adding to my FTSE long. Okay, this is not working. I'm actually going to be stopped out now, so I'm going to have to, if I want to flip the switch. But I've been stopped out, and the espresso short hasn't triggered. Nasdaq is shooting straight up. So let me let me show you what happened in the transaction. Damn. Yeah, that didn't work. I'll post this later. Very strong FTSE. I'm going to add to it again. Complete reversal in the FTSE. So the Dow off the espresso level went up about 53 points, so not enough to actually trigger a profitable position, I'm afraid. And Nasdaq looks like it's selling water in Sahara, huh? It is just relentless. Sort of begs the question, should one just blindly buy the Nasdaq instead of trying to make sense of the Dow, which has been incredibly whimsical? The FTSE hourly. You probably have had to been there for the European session, but I was short quite a lot down here. And at 26, things were looking pretty good. Now, here's the hourly chart, and it's looking like a complete reversal. I'm going to challenge the highs from 102.87. I won't do the reversal in the Dow. I want to show you the Nasdaq. So I actually meant I want to show you the DAX. You got full bull bars on a 30. I attempted to be long up here earlier, and I might just try again, especially if we can get a close above this level here. But my eyes is on the Dow and right now Nasdaq. So I hope you're well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You're rearing to go. All right, so Nasdaq took out the overnight high. Good to see there are actually sellers in the Nasdaq. I don't know why I say that's good to see. It's just I don't have any animosity towards the Nasdaq. It do whatever it wants to. It's an impressive rally from 23,000 to 29,000, clocking on 30,000 in the space of a month and a half. So the Dow went and triggered the expresso short, but then reversed all the way up to the reverse, the trigger for the long, and now we're back down again. That's probably not going to do my FTSE positions any favors. It is still looking at what the US is doing. So I'm thinking that a close above 317 in the DAX could be a decent entry for the long side. But let's not get carried away here. Here's my account. FTSE is now underwater. That's the only position I have open. We're about 15 minutes into the session. Lots of tail on top. Stand by in the DAX. So far, 2 is an inside buy of 1. All right, DAX just evaded me. I looked away. Stand by. See if I can get a... I'm sure that was a spike. Yeah, of course it was. Not the only one who saw that. Taking a long position in the DAX in anticipation of new highs on the day. So let me show you my account. Long the DAX, long FTSE, and nothing else at this point. What's tricky here about the Dow is depending on where it closes. Say that we close up here on a 15-minute chart on the school run. Say we close with no body. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Imagine that we close here with all body, no tail. Then it's a long. But the more tail we have, the more inside bar will influence traders. There's a part of me that wants to take a long position right now in the Dow at above 615 in anticipation of new highs. Momentum is building, so I'm going to do that. Don't know if you've seen this, but Nasdaq is actually coming off a little. So let me just input this in Telegram. So there's the new highs. So I expect this momentum to build, and I would like to add to it. I am keeping an eye on my other positions. But what's great here is that you got two-way trade, and now you got a breakout. Now it's just a question of, will this breakout actually materialize? If it does, then I suspect it will be a very clean breakout. So please stand by to add. DAX is retracing back into the range. That's a shame. I'm going to add to my Dow here. $49,657. These stop losses that I'm using are not absolute values. I will move them as quickly as I can. Let me show you my account so you could see what's going on. There's a long position in the DAX. There's a long position in the FTSE. Then let's just ignore that. And then there's a long position in the Dow now. And no open orders. Let's keep an eye on the DAX. DAX, unfortunately, just retraced back into the area where I should have been long. Okay, I accept that. Nasdaq is retreating. And the FTSE is making new highs on the day. Very strong momentum. Look at the Nasdaq retreating now. We got another 5 minutes or so before the completion of the second 15-minute candle. I'm quite long, betting on momentum to continue. Long the FTSE. That might just struggle a little bit here, but hopefully not too much. I'll show you the hourly chart. Long Dow. And even long DAX, betting on new highs. Both Dow positions are now in negative. I would prefer to see this 15-minute candle close with as little tail as possible. the more tail that it has, the more it puts my bull case argument into question. See the same thing happening in the DAX. DAX has been a rough one for me to trade today. We got 1 minute to go, and bulls are coming back, pushing for a strong 30-minute close. Somebody sent me a message to say, I hope you're not offended, because I wish someone would do the same for me. You're nearly 20% down on the day and 300% long the FTSE and long the DAX and now long the Dow. Please be careful. No offense meant. And I wrote back, no offense taken. I know what I'm doing. I know my own mind. DAX is not performing. It's a very strong close. On the 15. But now backing off a little. DAX not playing ball. FTSE so far unable to get through 87. Big retracement in the Dow. Very big retracement. Almost looks like a bull trap now, doesn't it? Well, the bulls had the upper hand and they don't now. Everything's coming off again. The bulls are being bulldozed, including me. I'm going to take my loss in the Dow in the second entry. Closed minus 100. Fuck. Damn. Sort of keep thinking, what gives? Why this sudden reversal? Is this just to shake the tree? Or is it actually a genuine reversal? Granted from a double top. But this DAX doesn't look like it's... I'm going to take my loss in the DAX. Maybe it's just a move stop loss up to risking 64. I'm all for deep retracements, but this seemed very deep. So just so you know, my stop loss is at 68 in the DAX. Here we go. You know, normally I would interpret this as, wow, big reversal. But the way that the Dow has been behaving last week, in 10 minutes, we could be back up here. I think that's my stop in the DAX. The irony is I don't think we are just about to witness a major reversal that we are taking the DAX back down to 24,200. Rather, I think it's just more of the same. But what I think and what the market is doing is, and can be, two very different things. I have lost a lot today. What's going to happen from here onwards is that I will add to my winners, but I won't initiate new positions. So if I get stopped out of the DAX, that's it. Which also means that I won't take the school run short in the Dow. No matter how tempting, I need to walk away. Which is such a strong reversal. There was a phenomenal push higher, and now an enormous retracement. My defensive side could have used a little attention today. of price action, you get this eerie sense of who knows something. Or is there something I should be mindful of that I'm not mindful of? New 15-minute bar. I think I said a couple of minutes ago, this kind of price action, we could be back up to the highs in 10 minutes. No follow through. At least not yet. Let me look at my account. I've gone from 120, call it 129,000 to 102, and I'm currently losing 4. So I will, if I was to be stopped out here, I would have taken a 30-odd% cut on the existing account. And it would take me below where I started last month. Those are the realities. Over lunch, I had my positions in the FTSE Open, and at the point they were doing quite well. I was, as you may or may not know, I'm trading the account that you are seeing, but I'm also trading something that you're not seeing. And while I'm not in the habit of talking about it, it sort of bear mentions today, as I was having a cup of tea with a friend of mine, whilst I was sort of keeping an eye on the positions. And we were talking about, health actually, and cardiovascular fitness and etc. And he said, "Have you got positions on?" I said, yeah, I'm quite short the FTSE, and I explained why. And he said, "Oh, does that have anything to do with the political landscape in the United Kingdom?" I said, "Well, that may or may not be the case. I couldn't really tell you because I don't make decisions on the basis of what is going on in the news." So, okay. But then I showed him the size, and he said, "How do you withstand that?" And I said, "Well, you don't think about it. You just look at the price, and you look at the chart, and you somehow, to the best of your ability, you abstract from the numbers behind. So you don't think, oh, I am down, in this case, $30,000 today. You're just saying, okay, is this market going up? Is it confirming?" And then I told him something, is saying that, the vast majority of traders that I know or have trained or come into experience with, they have a mindset whereby, say they buy something at 50 and it goes up to 60. They begin to think, oh, this is great, maybe I should ease off. And that's okay if you think it's a range bound, or if that is your parameters for exit is 10 points. But as I explained to him, I think the difference between being, say, trained or seasoned or being mindful of what kind of mindset works when you're trading is that when I speak for myself, when I buy something at 50 and it goes up to 60, I don't think, oh, this would be a nice place to take profit. I think, well, if it had gone up 10, could probably go up another 10. And so I know that you can have 10 bad days in a row, but with that kind of philosophy, you will eventually end up on top, because eventually there's going to be a trending day. And I'm not talking about a Monte Carlo principle where you buy one and you lose, then the next time you buy two and you lose, and then you buy four and you lose. That's not what I am describing. I'm describing how the vast majority of humans engaging in the markets are angst-driven as opposed to being opportunity-driven. Now, of course, we can all look back in hindsight, but you don't make money on the hindsight. You make money by actually being in. And then you make the money by managing your emotions to the very, very best of your ability. Now, I could have panicked in the FTSE, but I just kept my cool. So, okay, let's see how it goes. And I hope that you understand, I'm not portraying myself as being a better person or a know-it-all. I'm just merely trying to live what I preach. And sometimes it's not pretty. Today is certainly not pretty. And it's a video that will be up there forever and ever. And there will be people who will be taking a swing at me with saying, he's not a good trader if he can experience a 30% swing on his account in a day. And I have to accept that that's what people will think. I can have my arguments, they'll have theirs, but it's a matter of opinion. It's almost like a religion. What's the point in discussing it? It's bound in the philosophy. It's rooted in how we think. It's the very epicenter, the nerve center of how we think, is how we perceive the markets. It would be lovely if I could just YouTube stream when it was going well. But wouldn't that just be for my own sense of ego glorification? I believe it would. So let's see. You're right, it is not Monte Carlo gambler. You are right, it is martingale. Thank you for correcting me. And so here we are. FTSE knocking on the door to new highs. And guess what I'm going to do? Take a wild stab at what I'm going to do. What's the right thing to do now? You're in big shit, and now you seem to have come out of it. Do you then take a sigh of relief and you close the positions? No. You just follow the procedure. Shame that I felt compelled to get out, but I did. But now I'll add. Do you know what's going to happen? No. Do I? No. All I know is we just had a deep, deep retracement. The bulls were scared shitless, and yet somehow the bears dropped the ball. I expect new highs. 49, 6, 7, 1. No, 657, sorry, 657 entry. It's a shame that DAX is not really keen on pushing higher. Stand by for another long position in the Dow. School run long. Notice how the DAX is not responding to the stimulus. That's not a good position to be in. That's what concerns me right now is the DAX. That's why you should never buy an index just because other indices are up. If something is up strongly and the other one isn't, there's a reason for it. Let's see if we can make new highs and get a breakout going. Okay, so we have school run long triggered at 698. It's currently trading at 700. It's gonna hold off a little bit. I would like to see it actually penetrate 700. coming up to the fourth 15-minute close, or the first hour. DAX just attempted to push, look at this, just attempted to push higher, still not able to push through. Nasdaq has been up, it's been down, it's been up, and now down again. Incredible trading environment today. I have a long trigger in school run. I'm more inclined to sit here and trade a bit because I know what I'm going to do. When I'm not, I have to do some calisthenic exercises, and I can feel myself going, oh God, I could just not do them just yet. It's like the shortcut brains. Just stay a little longer so you don't have to go to the gym. Okay. Maybe that's what the DAX is concerned about. Off we go again. DAX has actually just stopped me out on that spike. So there you go. Wow. Oh, don't know where did my closed trades have gone. Don't know why. I will find them. Let me just pause streaming for a sec, and I'll refresh the. Okay, so I just refreshed, and wow, brutal day. I'll post this. Stopped out of DAX. I'm actually really happy that I made that commentary on the DAX, saying if something goes up and the rest is not, be aware. So let's get this Dow chart back up. Yeah, it's this is what was it David Paul called it, a churn and burn environment, isn't it? It's exactly what it is. I think I'm done. I will hold these positions and I will update you if I do anything. So that's status. I can't say that I enjoyed this, but it is what it is. Thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Stay strong. And let's hope that we get a little bit of good wind with these positions. Bye for now.